Naitwa Chira, I'm Brian Chira. Of course, I'm Brian Chira. I don't have money, but kama we si pesa, wezi nipea stress. Of course, I'm Brian Chira. Nikisota, tap the screen, send roses. Nani ako na money gun? Of course, I'm Brian Chira. I always want attention. Nani Talia.
On early Saturday morning, controversial TikToker Brian Chira Wambui was hit by a speeding vehicle, resulting in his death. His body is resting at the city mortuary. As Kenyans take in news, the reactions are different, with some mourning him and others claiming that he is alive and the tragedy is a cloud-chasing method. However, the police have confirmed that he was hit by a speeding car and his body was taken to the mortuary at about 3 a.m. The body was badly injured on the forehead. Police also said the deceased had been to a bar in the Gasharage area and later caused a commotion, where he was then forced out. He later took a motorcycle to his home and alighted before he tried to cross on foot, where a speeding lorry hit him and sped off. It did not stop. Witnesses and police said the matter is under investigation. Who is Brian Chira? Brian Chira Wambui was born in Githunguri, Kiambu County on July 6, 1996. He lost his mother at the tender age of 8 and was left in the care of his grandmother. Shortly after his mother's death, Brian lost an aunt who he was close to. These two events will have a profound impact on him and will shape his outlook on life. He grew up in a humble family, facing several challenges while living with his grandmother, who also cared for other relatives.
I'm going through school fees money, rent money. I am on HIV medication. Sijakula leo, you know. I can't infect anybody.
What about Brian Chira? Chira rose to fame in 2022 following the release of a video dubbed Witness, where his excellent English accent captivated an audience.
Naitwa Brian Chira, and I saw the whole accident. It happened that a lorry was coming up from the other side and there was a matatu. Alafu it's just kulianza cries, ilianza watu walianza kushout nduru, alafu tukatoka kuangalia nini mbaya. So it happened that there were two ladies out on a matatu and they didn't know where. Na vichwa zao hazikuwa. It's tragic. It's tragic.
This encouraged the decision to establish an online presence. He will introduce himself as Naitwa Chira, Brian Chira. Of course, I'm Brian Chira.
Naitwa Chira, I'm Brian Chira. Na kama we si pesa, wezi nipea stress. Umesikia?
HIV/AIDS stigma champion. Chira spoke candidly about his issues on the radio and also on his social media accounts. He was one of the people who was not afraid of revealing to the world that he was HIV positive. In July 2023, he revealed that he was sexually abused by his quote-unquote friend while at a high-end party in Mombasa.
Mimi nikaenda kwa rafiki yangu, mambo ikaescalate, tukalewa sana. And nafikiria ni kama I don't know how to put it. I felt I was raped.
Later, he will say that coming out about his status was his greatest regret.
Sasa ndo ikanihit, truly Chira, you're positive. And after that nilijingia, I really cried hapo, nilikos drama kidogo huko ndani, lakini Nasa kaniambia tulia, sio mwisho wa dunia.
Cyber harassment case against Aziad. In August 2023, Chira owned up to being a quote-unquote toxic person and apologized to his fans. He said, "I'm very sorry for those I have been toxic to, because I have come to realize that I have been so toxic to friends who really cared about me. But I have never known they had good intentions. I thought they were trying to use me for the fame that I was gaining. They were there to hold me, but I didn't see it," he said during an interview with Kiss FM. The apology came after Chira was arrested and arraigned for cyber harassment after allegedly sharing popular influencer and actress Aziad Nasanya's phone number to the public. He was also accused of using offensive language towards the TikTok queen and radio host Aziad Nasanya, using his TikTok account to defame her. He, however, denied the charges before Kibera Principal Magistrate Rene Kitagwa, and he was released on 50,000 Kenyan shillings cash bail. The lawyer for that claimed then that the investigating officer and the DCI were conducting investigations on the alleged defamation. Quote unquote. Sometime last week, Chira went live on TikTok at night, and the topic was Aziad. He uttered some words which I cannot repeat here, but those words are defamatory, and he did not stop there. He went ahead and gave out her number. "My client has for the past week been buzzed with a lot of calls and messages, some of which are insults, and my client was not happy. Since we have the Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act, she chose to take legal action," the lawyer said, in part. The unapologetic man also shared his suspension from Kabarak University for not keeping up with the school's motto following his arrest. The institution's motto is education within the biblical perspective. So, Chira has not been doing his biblical thing within the biblical perspective thing of this school, and I am not ashamed, he said during an interview. The controversial Chira, during his TikTok days and live Instagram, a few controversial statements came up. Here are some. "Kama kuna kitu nimekataa hii maisha is looking like my problems. I don't have money, but kama wewe si pesa, huwezi nipea stress. Of course, I'm Brian Chira. I always want attention, na nitalia. I can speak better English than many popular television news anchors." Chira valued his TikTok account just as much as he did his loyal friends. "If I was to die in 5 minutes, my last words would be the Chira clan, always," he once said. May Brian Chira Wambui rest in peace.